All right, let's get these questions. Why do black people say what? Why do why do black ants? I don't give a fuck about black ants. Why do black women wear wigs? No, those are just like African black women, man. I don't know any black American woman that wears a fucking wig unless they're like my grandma wore a wig. Was it? Why do black people put Vaseline on their face? I don't put that cancerous bullshit on my fucking face. But I know some. I remember some people who did that shit. I remember people who do shit like that. But I don't know. Why do black people braid their hair? Because it's cool, motherfucker. What kind of question is that? Why do my bad? But why don't black ants bite? The term black. Bite? Wait, what the fuck? Why black ants? I'm having a little ADD tangent. Common black ants actually can bite, but their jaws are so weak and their bodies lack stingers. What the fuck? Let me see that shit. Acrobat ants, white-footed ants. That's neat. Okay, I got totally off what this stream was supposed to be about. Wait. Why do... Wait, hold up. Why does your throat hurt when you swallow? Sound like you got... Why is my poop green? See, I knew I seen that. What the fuck? You too grown to have green ass shit. Why do black people say ask? Let me ask you a question. Because I don't know. Naturalistic field metathesis, which is switching the sound of a word. Well, I don't know. Well, it's code switching, right? So if you're just black around other black people, you go, let me ask you a question. Let me ask. But if you're at work and you're around other people from different cultures, you kind of just sound a little bit more proper. Or you kind of mix it up like what I'm doing now, because I would venture to say that not just black people would watch this fucking stream just for the fear, I mean, not fear, but for the sheer curiosity. All right. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted. Black holes exist. Oh, save that for Neil deGrasse Tyson. Why do black, in the thing, black people are human groups. Like black people group. Okay, this is boring academic shit. Fuck all that. Save it for a class, sociology class. I want Reddit shit because Reddit shit is like shit. They be more racist, kind of regular shit. Chorus academic two people. I don't want that shit. I want some ignorant, backwards motherfucker. The only thing black that you know is your fucking shadow. Why do black people Reddit? Black people. Why is black globally? That's an interesting one. I think because America is influential as a country, and that's what makes it. This point, and fucking Prince, the explosion. You know, it's got to be a little bit more fun. Why is Black American culture popular globally? Okay, so my take is because that's just how that goes down. America's a superpower, and I think that it plays off of polarity a little bit because it's like America is this quo would be just being white, and then the fact that there's black people, it's like, oh, that's like a hidden exotic thing. So it's like I want to be rebellious against my parents. I'm gonna do some black shit, right? So it's a young white kid or whatever fucking race you belong to. You do some rebellious shit by doing black shit. I don't know. Your parents off, and then it becomes popular with the youth, and then it spills out of America. That's unfair. No matter what the race is, it's going to be influential. The black shit is definitely influential. Black up American what? Oh, this sounds like, listen. Why are black people so obsessed with how black people talk? That sounds like a black person. Most white people getting made fun of. Now get black culture sets up African American citizens what? Towards failures? Shut the fuck up. What? I'm already This is going to be a bit of a hot take, but hear me out, okay? This motherfucker don't know no black people. They're just pulling shit out of their asses. Black culture is okay, so I'm just going to take what your fucking premises is and shove it up your ass. First of all, every single culture's got ghetto ass 99.9% of the time in your bullshit culture, and a fucking vacuum of just stereotypes of other people and shit like that. Once you get culture, you'll start noticing there are ghetto ass motherfuckers who are Latino, ghetto ass fucking Asians. Well, you gotta go to an Asian country. You gotta go to, I'm gonna put that in my fucking stream right now. Hold on, because I live in the Philippines. Fucking change. You know what? I'll do it next time. All right, let's see. Am I still streaming? Shit still working? It's just a delay. Person, it's just a hot take. Never been around black people. Culture sets up black people to fail. Each other. Mexico is like literally ran by gangbangers. Okay, there's no gangbangers running shit in America. Gangbangers ain't running a fucking thing, but running their ass straight to jail or into a fucking, I almost said coffin, whatever, a fucking hearse. That's not even the whole ghetto. The ghetto ain't just a bunch of crazy motherfuckers. And then, okay, so Latinos, ghetto. And if you want to see ghetto Asians, you got to go to an Asian country so you can see the fucking slums and you can see all the fucking prostitution and the fucking drugs and all that shit. And you'll see why people come to America. Right? And then as far as Arabs, so I go Latinos, Asians, Arabs, and whites. It's like, oh, you're a gangbanger. But I'd much rather have a gangbanger stereotype than a fucking terrorist. A fucking terrorist, like, because at least gangbangers, like, oh yeah, people be scared of you, but they kind of think you cool. But being a terrorist, being somebody who's gonna put C4 up their ass crack and go into a fucking museum or shit, that's a much worse fucking stereotype. And white people, and that's the last, as I said, LAAW, law. Latinos, Asians, Arabs, and whites. So white people are white community like me, you got to go to the trailer parks. You got to go to the fucking middle of America, the South, and fucking the Midwest. Rural shit is ghetto as fuck. I grew up in a rural ass fucking city. Fucking meth out shit, fucking all kind of wild shit. The same shit. Growing up with people that didn't have no father. But I think the new fucking assholes and shit always showing the black shit to try to scare people, so you can end up voting for this shit. All right, so let me stop jaw. Let's go. Let me stop jaw jacking. Let me move on to the next. Why are people so obsessed with how black people talk? Damn, that's a good one. I like that one. But it's when we're just comfortable. We comfortable, but in a professional environment, people I know don't really talk ghetto-ish. You could say, what do you mean by black? You mean black like, let me see. You're on Reddit and you want to say a million times with some people, some Mexicans to check to see like a white girl. Okay. I think the thing with black folks, honestly, it has a lot to do with black people. I think it has a lot to do with fucking, because you're majority white, and here you are, you're right here. So it's like people are going to naturally look over at you. So I think that's what happens. Plus, America is an influential country, right? But I honestly think that black people, the influence of black people has made it where America has the coolest white people. I mean, show me a Frank Sinatra equivalent in fucking Australia, and fucking Canada at that time, or England. Show me a Frank Sinatra equivalent in fucking England at that time, right? Or any other white country, right? Show me an Elvis equivalent in any other white country at that time. And I'm saying Elvis and Frank Sinatra, both influenced by black people. So it's like America's got some of the coolest white people because America got black people that influenced them motherfuckers. Why are African Americans typically very animated? Okay, not for bullshit. I come from Kansas. I get a lot of American media in my diet. You bet, because y'all shit is whack. Take Drake back. Something I've always wondered about is why a lot of African American people are very animated, over the top, or otherwise extra. And you gonna use our shit. You gonna use our shit. I said you coming from a genuine place, and I'm not gonna give you the 4chan fucking label yet. Hold up. I'm not just talking about stereotypes. Okay, this sounds like a white person who went to college, or at least community college. Either as I see a lot of real world recordings and read anecdotes of people in that group acting in such a manner. I don't want to seem like I'm saying that only African Americans are over the top, or that I think all blacks act that way, but I'm genuinely curious. Surprised it's a cultural thing about America in general, probably because of black people. We've influenced even white people to be over the top. Ah, hell nah, girl. Ah, hell nah. But I'm wondering if anyone with real life experience could enlighten me. Damn, this motherfucker got. Okay. So why are black people very animated? My point of view, I think that black people, because of like historically the amount of bullshit that black people have dealt with, right? Not saying Latinos haven't, not saying Asians haven't dealt with bullshit, not saying Arabs haven't dealt with bullshit, not saying white people don't deal with bullshit, but I'm just saying if we just look at the scope of America, right, and you see historically, I think that kick in the ass by black Americans is a lot more swift and a lot more strong historically, right? And I know a motherfucker who see this gonna be like, hey, Irish people were slaves. Irish people were indentured servants. Get off my dick. I'm not minimizing that shit either, man. All the shit's fucked up. Ireland got a bad hand by fucking getting shitted on by fucking England for a long ass time. Plus they fucking Catholic. And like, come to Latinos, Asians, Arabs, and whites, motherfucker be like, hey, you full of shit, bro. I'm pretty ass black people. Oh, somebody, I'm jacking somebody's idea and I even realize it. Let me see what black people actually answer these people's questions. It's like black people support, help you. Crazy nigga. I've been lying at McDonald's, man. Don't hurt being loud. What the fuck are you looking at? Ask black people. I put my black child in a predominantly white charter school. Wait. 2% of the students are black. Oh, yeah. I went to a white school that was probably 2% black. I think it was less than 2% black in my fuck school. Kid is young. This is between black people talk right here. Between black people, I think you should put your child in a good black school. Why is the black community many times so awful? Yes, I'm looking for some racist shit. I'm looking for some. Hold on, I'm thirsty as a motherfucker. Hold up. I'll be back. Why is the black community so in shambles? Shit. Okie dokie. Back to ask. Getting the internet. Why do black people? Controversial Reddit communities. Oh, subreddits. Okay, I'm getting a controversial Reddit communities. That's where I want to be at, man. Hateful propaganda. I love that shit. Hot as shit out here in the Philippines. Okay. So here we go. Why are African Americans typically? Okay, that was an interesting one. So back to that point. I don't even think I finished wrapping that one up. I think that black people, we're extra because of the fact that you use humor and you develop a certain type of behavior to deal with negativity. It's a natural way to transmute and to resolve and to cancel out the bullshit. So I think that culturally, the hardships of black people makes it where we develop a certain kind of personality to basically cope with fuck shit. But again, I'm not saying only black people deal with bullshit. I'm just saying how black people culturally develop their cultural habits in America. My daddy, man, he worked on a ranch for 14 hours a day and he was paid 2 nickels, man. And he made this country great. What's so funny is like how Latinos be voting for Trump and shit. Because they're like, man, I don't want the ghetto ass people from my country to come to America. Which actually, I think that's actually pretty smart. If I was Latino, I'd vote for Trump too. Shit. Alright, so keep. Okay, so what's next? Black people. Who was the person? Oh, I thought I pulled this up already. So that's my take. That's why black people anime. We use humor and shit to deal with, to cope with fuck shit, man. And that's what my answer is. Okay, why is the black community many times so mean, condescending, and dismissive of each other? It's heartbreaking and enraging at the same time. Very interesting. I'm trying to guess this person. Okay, that's what I thought. This motherfucker is a black person. Because they sound like that. Because like when they said this right here, I knew it was like a black person who's not considered black. Is this her right here? So it looks like she looks mixed. So it looks like she's trying to, like, if that's her, let me see this shit. I don't look black enough. Okay, I don't need to click it. I guess she's in a place in life. When she posted this shit? A month ago? Let me see her shit. Magic Malai. Like you're black and you don't fit in well. She's definitely. I know motherfuckers. You know, she get a lot of support from. She should, you know, confused. She grew up in a white community. I don't feel like reading her fucking life story. Hey, you read her life story. You're just judging her. Because it's like a little bit more fun to judge a motherfucker. To actually educate. It's not as entertaining if I know exactly what shit fuse on her black identity. But it's experience in life. Like I know that this chick, just by looking at her, right? Light skin, people want that in the community, but I could just tell. I already knew when I read it right here. I didn't even notice her picture right here. Right here, I was like, I bet she's a mix or something. It sounds like she's going through some things. Race is a social construct. Hey, that's too. See, this is where you fucking up at. You being logical. Human beings are not fucking logical at all. It don't matter if your academic bullshit. Reality is human beings judge each other. Everybody judges each other. Why are black people so accommodating? Yeah, I knew she was definitely like mixed or something like that. I don't look black enough. And she's full of shit too. Right? Much. Oh yeah, she does look like she could play as for. She looks like she's into some type shit. She's so young, like a teenager. Yeah, I remember like kids like this, like they half black. She don't know if she want to be Latina or fucking. You know, I want to talk. I'm not talking shit about her in a negative way. I want nobody saying you're making fun of a young girl. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's okay. She'll be fine. She'll marry a nice white guy. Being an asshole. I know I'm being an asshole. Young. I thought she was like a grown ass, like in her 20s. But then motherfuckers will still be like, oh, being mean. If you gotta, you suffer mean people. Why do African Americans have what? Why do African Americans have better or representation than Native Americans? Because y'all, Native Americans ain't too many of y'all left. There ain't too many of y'all left. It's like to have that representation, right, numbers wise, all right, Native Americans, a lot of Native Americans, I'm gonna just keep it. A lot of Native Americans, man, they look fucking Mexican. Like all the native, they always got confused for Mexican. Why are people in the west coast of the United States? One major difference I noticed between black people on the west and east coast. Why are people on the west coast of the different? I mean, shit, motherfuckers is different everywhere. I don't know why this person asks like white people are different in California than they are in fucking Florida. Well, I mean, everybody's different. What race you belong to, everybody's different. If you got your race, this only time some people want to be black is, this sounds like already, I think it's a black person who wrote this. Let me see. The only time some people want to be black is when it's beneficial. All right. I feel like this one right here, for everybody in the chat, it's been too, I think it's a little bit too black, a little bit too black. Why do black people in the U.S. sound different? Like, nigga, what the fuck kind of ignorant ass shit is that? Because, nigga, that's like saying, why do white people sound different than white people in Australia? Yo, dumbass, man, what the fuck? I'm being sensitive, I know, but I don't give a shit. I get lumped in with every type of nigga on the planet. Jamaicans are Jamaican. Trinidadians, they sound Jamaican, but they're not Jamaican. That's a different culture. Somebody from fucking Nigeria or somebody from Uganda, okay, I get it on the surface. But that's like Australia and New Zealand, okay? To Americans who don't know shit about shit, you go, wow, are you from Australia? And they say they're from New Zealand. Like, but the difference is with black people, I notice that black people, we tend to get lumped together as one fucking international nigga or some shit to a certain degree, right? If you're white, it's like, okay, you're France, or you're an American, or you're from Canada, right? It's like I feel like, why do black people perform the word? There we go. That's the shit I'm looking for. Talking about fuck, I've been waiting for some motherfucker smart shit. Black people economically bad in America. Black American. Oh, this fucking sellout, but I love it. I wanted an economically based. What? You're not educated. I see you got good punctuation. What the fuck? I wanted an economically based, but not so limited perspective to the performance of African American U.S. economy. This definitely sounds like a black person. Like, they sound like they're educated, but their research is kind of ass. I got time to everybody, because that defeats the purpose of my answer. Like, because like some of y'all fuckers don't know shit in terms of what you're saying. Like, I've been living long enough to know that when people answer questions about black people's economic shit. Because first of all, when you're looking at black people, a lot of times you're looking at ghetto people, as in they exist in every part of every culture. The news and the media highlights negative aspects of black culture to use us as the boogeyman to shake up partisanship and to make people vote, basically, right? You have to vote because you have to consent to this madness of a fucking system, right? But if we just ask you to vote and you don't have no strong emotional reason like fear, then most likely you're not going to vote. And the best way to scare people is with black people. The best way to scare people is with black people because it's just too easy, right? Humans in a lot of cultures are afraid of the dark. So by default, having a lot of melanin in the skin, dark, and then you tie a negative stereotype to that by going, let me just show the negative aspects of that culture, then naturally, right, people are going to be like, right? But the anti-darkness is Mexicans don't like dark Mexicans, right? Arabs don't like dark Arabs. Asians don't like dark Asians, right? But white people like dark white people. Be like, ooh, that's a nice sexy tan. Ooh, olive skin tone. Black people economically have been, right? So you get as we all know, immigrants can come into this country and they get advantages. And this is a foreign concept to, if you go anywhere in the world, as an immigrant or as a tourist, right, you don't get privileges, right? You gotta like marry somebody and stay married with them for a certain period of time before you get privileges. America is handing out privileges to immigrants. And I'm not going on an anti-immigrant tirade. Immigration is a needed thing because when the economy grows, you're gonna need more jobs and you're gonna need more people, right? More people and more jobs, right? So you get surplus labor, so that requires America to bring in immigrants. You're not going to be able to be anti-immigrant to a certain percentage because that is what keeps the economy going. But at the same time, I'm questioning the American policies of giving immigrants these benefits as if you don't need an incentive to go to America. You got people who live in developing countries, they're not even poor and they want to come to America, right? Or you got people who are from other first world countries and they want to come to our country because it's just the excitement of America, all based upon movies and all other silliness and shit like that. But honestly, whether you're white American, Latino American, Asian American, where you have generations of parents who've already lived here for a long period of time, right? You are constantly going like, damn, man, other people are getting benefits and they're not even like they're not even citizens or barely a citizen, illegal citizen, shit. So I think that when it comes towards black people's economics, I think that with black people, the whole slavery type of shit, you working hundreds of years, you're not getting paid shit, right? So this whole capitalist bullshit, and again, I'm not a fucking socialist, but I'm just naming the elephant in the room. Capitalism, we all know, is about exploitation of people, right? And I think that with black people, there being so many black people, first of all, there's like, 40 million black people? So we are the biggest non-white group. And to be able to keep exploiting and denying giving some type of benefits exclusively to black people is what has held black people back from being economically successful, right? Because you can get certain things, if you're black, like tuition and all this other shit, right, but straight up money shit, right? Because Jewish people, they got reparations from the Holocaust. Japanese people got some form of reparation payment from the fucking internment camp shit, right? So when you take for account that you had a group of people working for hundreds of years, like if you worked the majority of your life and you were just now getting paid at the age of 50, of course your ass gonna be a broke ass motherfucker. And I know that the reparations conversation is a very controversial because nobody would want, no Latino, no Asian, no Arab, no white person want to see black people get a reparation check for slavery that happened, 160 plus years ago. I get that. And that's why I think that the best way, right, the best way to do things is if America could, everybody who is a citizen So everybody who's been a citizen, and you got at least 3 generations of people of parents who lived in America, I think that we should be classified as a new group. So if you're Latino, if you're Asian, if you're white, if you're black, right, and if your parents were born in America, cool. And if your grandparents were born in America, cool. And if your great grandparents were born in America, cool, right? But if you're right, but if they were all born in America, then you would qualify for special privileges like tuition, housing, and health care, right? Therefore, as people who have lineage in America, we should get something, right? Because it's unfair to us that somebody could come to our country and get benefits and compete against us, right? I mean, that's fucking crazy, right? You barely a citizen and you working right next to me, like, what? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think that what they're doing to this country right now, I think that, and I'm not against immigration, but at the same time, there needs to be something to make us Americans who have a parent, a grandparent, and a great-grandparent who are already born in America, that we should get something that would make it where we don't feel like we're getting left behind and kicked in the ass. All right, so when I'm done with my whole social political tirade, right? So my question, well, a person asking this goofy ass, he sounds educated, but he did not do enough basic research. And from like certain percentage of educated black people, they kind of just, I don't know, they kind of, as we say, black people, we call them bougie, right? Because it's almost like you like looking down on the poor, just like how middle class white people look down on poor white people. Right? And same with every other race. I think that it's just the same thing, right? So he's asking these questions and shit, and it sounds like he was not really around people of his culture, like he's learning about black. I feel that black people might genetically be predisposed. Perfect. I love this. I'm in this right here. This is like a fanner who's kind of smart. I feel that black people might genetically be predisposed to antisocial activity. Behavior. Ooh. And it really upsets me. Please change my view. Stop it. I'm getting some fucking right type motherfucker, and it just be like another nigga behind the screen just talking some dumb shit, because, you know, he's never really been around the positive aspects of his own people. Is this him right here? Who the fuck is this? Anyways, as in the post, I am highly concerned by the fact that in all given Western populations I've looked up online, black persons tend to make up, where is he from? Black persons? From England or Canada? What the fuck? Tend to make up an extremely disproportionate amount of criminal activity. Woo! That many communities mixed of all sorts of ethnic backgrounds and minorities, the same criminality is not present. Okay, I'm gonna finish it. In any other than those are black. Ooh, talking shit like a motherfucker. In the most cordial fucking way. For that reason, I've come to conclude that black people are either socially or genetically, oh, buddy, you're alt-right showing, to more violent behavior. I understand that many of us hold a racist set of values. Oh, he's trying to make it. Hey, we're all racist now, which can lead to this sort of stereotyping that increases prison time. But often see the racism extended to all white persons, yet with no such similar result as to what we see amongst black people. Wait a minute now. Okay, I should start writing down the key points. Well, often see the racism extend to non-all white persons. Okay, and no similar result. Okay. I don't feel that stereotyping could account for this disproportion, especially, damn, my fucking eyes, damn, this fucking screen. They barely got, oh, okay, let me finish. I very rarely come across racism but have again very serious disproportions in prison populations, albeit much smaller than the U.S. for the black community. This is not a view I want to hold. Please change it. Boy, stop. First of all, this motherfucker's in England, man. What is the black population in England? First of all, what is like 1% fucking niggas in England? And this motherfucker is worried about niggas? You worried about niggas, my man? Ain't no niggas in England like that. I know when you watch, okay, I watch British television. I like some British movies. I like British shows. A good British show is Top Boy. That's a very good fucking show. Watch that show. But it might enforce like a stigma. Let me ask ChatGPT. Motherfuckers don't like AI. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey, what's going on with you today?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, just running on some good intentions. What about you?
You running on solar power? I heard you taking up all the fucking water on Earth. What you talking about? You?
I'm just here, vibing. Don't blame me for droughts.
Oh, what? Oh, you hear? Y'all hear this, man? She said, don't blame me for the. All right. So my question is, what is the percentage? What is the black percentage in England?
Let me check that real quick. Okay. In England, about 4% of people identify as black, but British, African, or Caribbean, according to the 2021 census.
Okay, so 4%. 4%. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Did y'all hear what she fucking said? Not the 4%. So I was making a joke about how AI is being powered. Everybody already knows this. It's taking up a lot of water for AIs. And she's like, hey, don't blame me for droughts. Look, the fucking sarcasm. And we going to be dealing with a fucking water crisis on this goddamn planet. This bitch fucking laughing and shit. That shit was, yeah, I don't know if y'all heard that shit, but that shit's funny. So here it is. I know that some of y'all don't like AI. You fucking up if you don't like AI. You sound like a fucking, what I would imagine, as a lot of youngsters say, you sound like a fucking boomer. Look, AI is the shit, right? Because AI is going to allow you to increase your productivity exponentially. Now, if you're just a consuming person, you just work and go to school and then you buy shit, then AI doesn't really hold any value for your life. It's understandable why you go, oh my gosh, the robots are gonna take over, man. They're gonna kill us and fuck us in the asses. Nah, bro, just chill. That might happen though. Don't let me hold you. But what I'm saying is that AI allows, when you become a producing person, AI allows you to exponentially become a lot more efficient because you can do research like that. You can cross-reference like that. You can ask it for the citations, references like that. You can do all of these things exponentially a lot more quicker. Get rid of the fear, okay? Because I'm starting to think that black people in AI, wait a minute now, I'm starting to think how people looking at AI, they kind of look at it like how they look at black people, like, don't trust that AI now. Watch out for the AI. It's like a fucking Animatrix or some shit. But I'm just, I used to be very much against AI, and it has increased my productivity insanely in any type of entrepreneurial endeavors that I've done, as far as with just being able to just work quickly. But anyways, I digress. Right here, so y'all hear it says 4% right here. 4% black people in England. And here this fucker go right here talking some bullshit about black people. I know that some of you people to wear was on, but as you know, the propaganda machine of the news likes to prop up black crime. The thing about black crime is, yeah, is black crime bad? Black crime is nothing to worry about because you can just look up the FBI stats. Black people kill black people. Asians kill Asians. Triads, Yakuza, anybody? Okay? Fucking Latinos. Pretty much Latin countries are corrupt to the fucking core and they're ran by fucking thugs. Right? So Pookie and Ray Ray, Bloods and Crips shooting up at each other, you can't compare that to some fucking, a whole country that's a fucking narco state. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna listen to some motherfucker trying to make me feel inferior. Our gangbangers keep it in our hoods, right? Arabs got the worst stereotype, blowing shit up. And then white people, Italian mafia, Russian mafia, Albanian mafia, Armenian mafia, white folks got global fucking crime, right? Black people nowhere on the planet have global crime. That's just massive, organized, right? Black people are pawns in every aspect of criminality, whether it is guns, whether it is fucking every aspect of it. Guns and drugs, black people are pawns. They don't run shit. Niggas don't run a fucking thing when it comes to crime. Okay? Now back to this motherfucker here, talking some shit about niggas. Right? So in England, he think 4%. I know some white people, y'all like, man, I wish we had 4% black in America. So first of all, black crime is not a threat if you don't live around black people. And if you are white and living around black people, then you fucked up. If you living around ghetto ass black people, you fucked up. If you're white, you fucked up. You got some shit to work on, right? Ain't no reason why a white person should be living around ghetto ass black people. But I'm just saying that like crime fear is bullshit. I'm from various white communities. Okay, I lived in multiple white communities. I even lived in the same city as Blink 182. I lived in Poway, California. Okay, I lived there for like 3 years. Okay, and there's some other famous bands that come out of San Diego. I'm like, I've never seen black people roll on through, right, and cause havoc in a white community. That shit ain't gonna happen, right? First of all, to a black person's point of view, that's just pointless. Most black men go to crime for financial reasons, right? Selling drugs and you might motherfuckers might end up catching a body or some shit like that. But there ain't niggas sitting in jail for just harming white people or other races. That's not a fucking thing. So to sit up here and allow yourself to succumb to propaganda by the news media, which is controlled by, sensitive subject. I don't want the stream to get cut. But I'm just making a fucking point, right? As well as the news media is controlled by white billionaires, okay? So when I look at who's controlling shit, I'm not ever going to be on some anti-schematic. I go white billionaires controlling shit, and then the Zionists are controlling shit, okay? If it ain't them, I don't know, maybe some of y'all motherfuckers might think it's reptilians or some shit. But to me, it's pointless. I lived in the white community, so I always call bullshit on people who talk about black on black crime. It don't matter how funky and fucked up the crime is in the black community, it ain't gonna ever be a problem. If you're white and you get victimized by black people, you fuck. Why are you around poor black people? You need to change some things in your life. If you could be like, man, I'm white and I've been victimized, like you not white enough. You the wrong kind of white, man. You're supposed to be 50 miles minimum from the nearest black person. Okay? 50 miles minimum. If you're not 50 miles away minimum, okay, your whiteness is not strong enough, not potent enough. You need to charge it up. You need to refill. Okay, so but this motherfucker's in. Back to this motherfucker. ADD like a motherfucker, okay? Don't mind me. He's over here talking shit in England concerned about some niggas. Like, and I know what this is about, right? This is about sex. And I feel like, okay, so when somebody feels a certain type of way about black people, again, it has to do with the fact that we are dark-skinned, right? And on top of that, we call black. Those are negative aspects of human culture. The dark, right? And then to be conflated with criminality, right? But I don't think that's really where this is coming from. I think that this is more of a sexual thing. Like, I ran into a British guy one time, and he said something about black men and white women or some shit, and I'm like, dude, like, and he was also, I'm like, again, like, dude, you in England. I've lived in white communities. Most white women are dating, fucking, and marrying white men, right? If I seen a black anybody, right, 9 times out of 10 it was with another black person, or maybe it was mixed. But it's like dudes who can't get females, they go like this. They go, man, it seems like all the black guys are dating white girls. It's like, but you look at the majority of white women in your community. They're dating, fucking, and marrying other white guys, right? You're gonna have to like learn how to fucking up your game or some shit, because that's really what the issue is. It's not black dudes, the few black dudes that you might see in a white community taking up the women. So I think that what this guy's issue is, I think his issue is sexual competition. I don't think his life is endangered by anybody black or anything. Now, what I was gonna say about England is their thing is knives. All of a sudden, the internet is showing some other shit. My favorite whipping cream cake. Now we getting recipes. We running out of racism. Google's sanitized. Man, back in the day, man, you used to be able to search up why do black people talk during movies? Oh my God, y'all see this motherfucker over here? I'm not going that I have committed the crime of doing a movie. It was me and my mom. We were whispering to each other, and this white man behind us, man, he just got heated like a motherfucker. He stormed out, and he like got like the manager and shit, and I like followed him and everything to try to clear it up. But he just got so mad, he just continued to he talked to the manager and he left. So I definitely am a black person who has definitely propagated speaking in the movies. But then again, I haven't been to the movies in like a long ass time. I mean, you got English movies out here in the Philippines, but for the most part, I haven't been to the movie theater and shit like that. Because most of the American movies out here, because Filipinos, they speak a lot of English. Most of the American movies are in English, right? Books are in English and stuff like that. So that's enough of this bloke over here. Why do black people talk in the movies? Is it true? Is that proper? Is it true that black people talk, shout, and applaud during the movies? Again, I feel like if you're a white person anywhere on the planet and you got a large amount of black people, I think you're successful enough as a white person if you got a lot of black people in your community, right? As in, I'm talking about ghetto-ass black people, not educated black people, right? Because in a white community, there's always, some black families who are very educated, career types that are there. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. You want that in a white community because that means that, your school's going to be winning all the basketball shit, all the football shit. That's why the coaches coaches might as well go to the fucking projects and start recruiting niggas. Wait a minute, I thought it was a subreddit. Oh, I went to the Google, I see. I am dumbfounded. Black people, I mean, shit. Usually black people probably of education. Black people. In the fucking, this motherfucker was bugging, but whatever. Fuck him. I'm still dumbfounded on the amount of nonsense I see in a movie theater. Man, nobody want to hear black people complain about black people. That's fun. I want to hear white people complain about black people. What you got to say about that? Let me open that back up. Black people of Reddit. I know what y'all thinking. Motherfucker go, black people are ready. What they saying? In the white man. In the white man. You know why I didn't get promoted? It's because the white man. Now, if the boss is white and he didn't promote you, he could be racist. That's in the equation, right? Or it could be quality of your fucking work, nigga. Why is black culture so popular? It's popular on Reddit. I don't even be on Reddit like this. I'm just doing this just because I'm streaming. And this is just interesting as fuck. To debunk people's bullshit. Where is it? Damn, am I there already? Where was it at? It was like black people talking loud in the movie theater type shit. I tried Reddit's favorite whipping cream cake. This shit is just annoying me, and I'm kind of curious because I like to cook, but I'm bad at cooking desserts. To eat? You sure it's not for white folks be talking about food that nobody knows? You have a burrito. Bruce Bond. Black people enjoy a massive variety of foods. AI crazy. And that's the thing, black folks, we get stereotyped for eating chicken, but if you actually left out of middle white suburbia or wherever the fuck you live, you'll notice that a lot of people eat chicken. You go to Asia, they eating chicken like a motherfucker. Here in the Philippines, they eat chicken in all kind of restaurants that shouldn't even have chicken. They got fried chicken at McDonald's here in the Philippines. Like, what the fuck's going on? Right? But black people, we only have one dish that's fried chicken. Everything like else, you see all this up, sweet potato pie, cobbler, food, like, flipping up as a white American, as a Latino, Asian, Arab, American. You gotta try our food. Shit, black people love the season. I think everybody likes seasoned food, but I think that like cultural things, I have to find the video. This is a girl. I know I can't play people's YouTube videos because then you get into some shit. But she was saying that like the seasoning of food became popular amongst Europeans, right? Because what happened was seasoning became initially seasoning was very rare in Europe. And it started to gain popularity. Like back in Rome, or I believe it was Rome, yeah, Rome, they used to fight over pepper because they were importing it through the Silk Road. They were getting it from fucking China. And when they would run low, man, people would be fighting in the streets. Yeah, I'm about to look that up. Was that Rome? You know, it's better. I gotta ask AI. Hey, this bitch be wild and talking about, hey, don't blame me for droughts. Like, bitch. Laughing at our future dehydration. Is it true that is it true that Romans were fighting in the street over pepper?
Let me just check that. Literally fighting in the streets over pepper. That's not supported historically, but pepper was incredibly valuable. Romans used it like a luxury good, even as ransom in huge payments. Riots in Rome did happen, yes, but they were more about politics, food shortages, or power struggles, not pepper fights.
All right, that's pretty funny because I had a professor in fucking college who said that like Romans, it was in high demand, right? Of course, right? It was in high demand because they were getting it from where? China through the Silk Road, right?
Let me check that detail.
It was imported.
Pepper was in high demand in Rome, yes, but it mostly came from India, not
Oh, it came from India. Okay. I knew it was the Silk Road. I knew it was something. I knew it was close. Okay, so it wasn't high demand. So you trying to say that my college professor was wrong? He said Romans were fighting in the street over pepper when it ran low.
He's stretching it a bit there. I mean, Rome had riots for sure, but around bread, politics, and power. Pepper was precious, but people in the streets.
Okay. See that? See that? You see how that works? You learn that shit from you got to even check your college professors. I had a college professor who was, excuse me, he prefers to go by her, right? He was transgender, and he was a fucking riot. The motherfucker was hilarious, but equally funny, right? Equally funny and equally like you don't want to fuck with her, right? So it's like he was like, it was like he ain't like fully, like when you look at him, he doesn't look like he transitioned fully, but but he's like, he had breast for sure. He had breast, and great, one of my greatest fucking like college professor that didn't even like multiple choice. We had to do fill in the blank, like 10 fill in the blank quizzes, and that's what she would have us do, and it's like you be fucked if you didn't study, you be screwed. Fill in the blank. Right? And I remember that's what she said. She said that, right? Now, some of y'all might go, well, it's he. Look, whatever. He, she, whatever. I'll just switch it back and forth. But he was a great fucking college professor. And I remember that he said that Romans were fighting in the street over pepper. But yeah, pepper actually imported from India, not China. Right, so it was seasoning was always very, very exotic to Europeans, and it became very, very common, right? And it became so common, eventually became more common in Europe as the centuries progressed, to the point that elite Europeans went, we don't want to have seasoning anymore because it's too much of what everybody else has. It's not special because everybody's got this shit. We don't want to put it on our food anymore. Right, so elite Europeans stopped putting seasoning in their food. I gotta find a video, but I can't play it off of YouTube. But the thing is, I find that very interesting. So I guess over time, Europeans started to stop using seasoning as much, simply because of the fact that it was what the aristocracy were doing. Because everybody want to be like rich motherfuckers. All right, where we at with this black people shit? How long I've been streaming? I've been going like an hour. Cool. Shit. I'm having the time of my life in this motherfucker. Anybody watching this? I hope you're having the time of life. Anybody else? All right, let me... All right, so where we going? Black people... Let me do one more. Obsessed with black people. Obsessed with black people. What is people? Fascination with black people and culture. Stereotypes of black. Negrophilia. That's what they call that shit. That sounds like some 1930 shit. Negrophilia. It was an avant-garde. The love of the Negro. Avant-garde, that's French. This is used amongst themselves to fetishize black culture. Its origins were concurrent, surrealism, Picasso, huh? Paris. Then to Picasso's Les Démolushes Avignon, as well as live performances by black people. Is this supposed to be influenced by black people? But they look very white on the... I was gonna do, I'll probably do Cora another time. Why are there always new questions about black? But I feel like Cora people are a lot more educated, and not gonna be educated, right? It's like I said, 4chan, no 4chan. It's a brother asking this. Why are there always questions every day? Nah, that's right. So I mean, pro black or a little bit too pro, a little bit for the viewer. White people are magical. Alright, find some new shit. Things black people like. Alright, y'all. Alright, it's been good. Alright, anybody missed it, you can catch the pre-record. This is, what do I call this again? I'm searching for why do black people question net. Alright,